Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to learn how to make the matching top to our previous granny stitch skirt that we already have a tutorial of on our YouTube channel, and also a written pattern. So we have a written pattern of this top as well, and this is going to be a perfect match for the skirt that we just did in our previous video. It's made of the granny stitch and it's a see-through design, so you can even go ahead to line it if you wish. But if you prefer to have it more like a cover-up, then this is the perfect approach for it without the lining. So let's jump right into the materials. For the materials, I used this yarn, which is Alize Cotton Gold, and I needed just about one ball. It didn't even get done. So you'll need less than a ball, and each ball is 360 yards, and I use less than a full ball, about half a ball. And then you will also need a measuring tape. The measurement that we shall be considering for this project is the bust circumference, as well as the length of the top that you need. But basically we are considering from the waistline up to your upper bust. So you'll also need a 4mm crochet hook. Mine is here. And then a pair of scissors and a darning needle to weave in your ends. So let's get started. So this top is worked in two panels that are later on joined together in order to form the top. And let's begin making our top. We're going to start off with a slip knot. You're going to twist your yarn like this, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, and yarn over, pull through. This is our slip knot. Now you're going to make a chain of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we have our 5 chains, and you're going to go into the very first chain that you made, this one, and you're going to place 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 2 and 3 more double crochets into the same exact chain. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so that's a shell. 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, and then you're going to make a chain of 1 and 1 more double crochet into the same exact chain. So this marks the end of row 1. If you place your work like this, this is going to be the base of the triangle, because we're going to first work a triangular shape, and then these are the 2 sides of the triangle. So alright, so for row 2, you're going to start off with a chain of 4, which counts as a double crochet chain 1, turn your work, and then into the very first chain 1 space, you're going to place 3 double crochets. So this is 1, 2, and 3. And then you're going to make a chain of 1. The next one is a chain 2 space, which gets a shell, which is 3 double crochets. Chain 2 and 3 more double crochets into the same exact space. So that's a shell. Note that down. And then you're going to make a chain of 1, and into the last space, which is a chain 4 space, you're going to go in there with 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1 and 1 more double crochet into the same space. So one thing that you should note is the beginning chain 4 counts as a double crochet chain 1, and we end the row with a chain 1, 1 double crochet to balance what we have at the beginning of the row. So this is what our triangle looks like. The chain 2 space is the one in the exact middle of the triangle. Then the chain 4 space and the chain 1 double crochet are the ones on the sides of the triangle. So let's do that one more time. You start your row with a chain of 4. Turn your work. The chain of 4 counts as a double crochet chain 1. Go into the very first chain 1 space with a total of 3 double crochets. Chain 1, 3 double crochets into the next chain 1 space. Chain 1, this is a chain 2 space, so it will get a shell. So each chain 2 space gets a shell, which is 3 double crochets, chain 2, and 3 more double crochets. And then chain 1, this is a chain 1 space, and it will get 3 double crochets. Chain 1, this is the last chain 4 space, and it will get 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3, chain 1, and 1 more double crochet to balance what we have at the beginning of the row. So another thing that I have to point out is the chain 1 spaces on the sides of the triangle, for example this one, this one, this one, and this one, always get only 3 double crochets. So let's see row 4. This is going to be the last row of demonstration of the stitch. For now, you start with a chain of 4, which counts as a double crochet chain 1, and then go into the first chain 1 space with a total of 3 double crochets. So that's how to begin your row for now. And then you're going to make a chain of 1. This is a chain 1 space, and I mentioned that each chain 1 space gets 3 double crochets. Chain 1, this is a chain 1 space, and it will get 3 double crochets. Chain 1, this is a chain 2 space, and each chain 2 space gets a shell, and the chain 2 spaces are found in the middle of the triangle. The top middle part of the triangle gets a shell, so you place 3 double crochets, chain 2, and 3 more double crochets into the same chain 2 space. Then from here you make a chain of 1. The next one is a chain 1 space, so it will get 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1, this is a chain 1 space, so it will get 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. And then you're going to make a chain of 1, and then in the last chain 4 space you will place 3 double crochets, chain 1, and 1 more double crochet to end your row, just like we've been doing for the previous rows. So this is what our triangle looks like. It should be a perfect triangle. We're going to repeat this row. Alright guys, so I ended up doing a total of 6 rows, and this can slightly stretch to our quarter of the bust circumference, which is 8 inches. So make sure you keep working your triangle until the base of the triangle can slightly stretch to quarter of your bust circumference. And now we're going to do something different. This time we're going to start making one side of the triangle flat, but continuing to extend the base of the triangle on the opposite side. So you're going to make a chain of 3 this time, not a chain of 4. So this is the side where we're going to make a flat edge as we continue to extend the base of the triangle on the opposite side. So make a chain of 3 and skip over all this and go into the next chain 1 space and place 3 double crochets. chain 1, 3 double crochets into the next chain 1 space, chain 1, 3 double crochets into the next chain 1 space. So basically all the other things remain the same until the end of the row. So keep working, and when you get to the tip of the triangle, we are going to place a shell into the chain 2 space on top of the triangle. As you can see here, this is a chain 2, so you're going to make a chain of 1 and place a shell into the chain 2 space. So 3 double crochets, chain 2, and 3 more double crochets. And then you're going to make a chain of 1 and 3 double crochets into the next chain 1 space, and continue to do that. So when you come to the end of the row, remember I told you one side of the triangle, we are not going to flatten the edge just like we did here. So we're going to make a chain of 1, and into the last chain for space, you're going to place 3 double crochets, chain 1, and 1 more double crochet into the same exact space. So what we've done right now is we have stopped extending on this side, but we are continuing to extend on this side. You're going to do that for a total of 5 rows. So for the next row, this is row 1 of leveling up on one side of the triangle. So for row 2, you're going to make a chain of 4 because this is the side where we don't level up. So make a chain of 4, and into the very first chain 1 space, you're going to place a total of 3 double crochets, and then chain 1, 3 double crochets into the next chain 1 space, chain 1, 3 double crochets into the next chain 1 space. So you're going to repeat that all the way up until the chain 2 space, which will get a shell. All right, so we are coming to the chain 2 space, and we are going to place a shell into the chain 2 space. Sorry, after chain 1. So into the chain 2 space, you're going to place a shell, which is 3 double crochets, chain 2, and 3 more double crochets. Chain 1, 3 double crochets into the next chain 1 space, and you're going to repeat that until towards the end of the row, and I'll show you how to wind up this row. So when you place 3 double crochets in the last chain 1 space of the row, you're going to skip over the last 3 double crochets and directly go on top of the chain 3 and place a double crochet there. So you can see what we are creating. You can see one side of the triangle is flat And then this side we are continuing to extend. So far we have 2 rows of leveling up one side of the triangle. We want a total of 5 rows. So for row 3, you're going to make a chain of 3 and turn your work. Skip over the 3 double crochets and go into the chain 1 space with 3 double crochets. And then just continue to follow the same exact instructions as we had for row 1 of leveling up one side of the triangle until the end of the row. So once you're done with this row, you will just repeat rows 2 and 3 of leveling up one side of the triangle until you have a total of 5 rows. So you can see what this is creating on one side, and then we still have a sharp corner on the opposite side. Alright guys, I kept mentioning 5 rows of flattening one side of the triangle, but this is going to vary depending on the size that you're making for. So I'll be recommending a number of rows on the screen for the different sizes. This is for extra small, and yeah, this is what you're going to do if your size extra small when it comes to the bust circumference. You're going to do this only 5 rows of flattening one side of the triangle. Now for medium large, you'll do around 7 rows. Extra large 2XL, you will do 9 rows, so that we can create enough room for this just to for this top to fit perfectly. So after this, once you get the number of rows required for your size, now we are going to make 5 rows of flattening both sides of the top, and this is going to be the same for each and every size. This time we are not going to vary the different sizes. So you're going to make a chain of 3 and turn your work. This time we're going to also make this side flat. So you're going to skip over all this and go into this chain 1 space with 3 double crochets. And you can see the direction of the triangle has already changed. So you go all the way up with chain 1, 3 double crochets in the next chain 1 space. Go all the way up, you place a shell in this chain 2 space, and then go all the way down until you place 3 double crochets in the chain 1 space, and then skip over the last 3 double crochets and place a double crochet on top of the chain 3 of the row. So you're going to just keep working back and forth until you have a total of 5 rows of flattening both ends of the triangle, and I'll meet you back when I am done with my 5 rows. All right, after your 5 rows of flattening both sides of the triangle, this is what you're going to have. You're going to have 10 rows on this side and 5 rows on this side. The side with 5 rows is the one that's going behind your body towards the back. And then the side that's longer, which has 10 rows, is the exact middle part of the top. Now you're going to go ahead and chain 1 and cut your yarn. As you can see here, you're going to chain 1, cut your yarn, and you're going to repeat the same exact process for your second panel. As you can see, I have 2 of them that are identical, and once you have 2 pieces, you're going to place them like this so that the longer side, this one, is in the middle section of the top. Now when you finish your second panel, when you finish the second panel, don't cut your yarn, because you're going to use this same exact yarn to join the 2 panels together on the longer side. You're going to join the 2 panels together. Now I'm going to just make a chain of 1 here and go into each and every row with 2 single crochets. So this is going to be the back side of my work. The side where you're placing the single crochet stitches is going to be the wrong side of your work. So go into each and every row with 2 single crochets. Okay, so this is what we have right now. After your 2 single crochets into the last row, you're going to make a chain of 1 and cut your yarn. So this is what the back side of the top will look like, and when you turn it to the right side, this is what it's going to look like. So this is the exact middle of the top, and now we're going to clean up the top edge right from here until the opposite side. So you're going to attach your yarn in this chain 3 space, and we're going to clean up the top edge with single crochet stitches. So go into each double crochet stitch with 1 single crochet, and each chain 1 space with 1 single crochet all the way across the top part of our project. So when you get to the chain 2 space, you're going to place a total of 3 single crochets into the chain 2 space, and then continue to place 1 single crochet in each double crochet stitch and 1 single crochet in each chain 1 space. Alright, so we're coming to the end, and I'm placing 1 single crochet in each of the last 3 double crochets, and I'll place a single crochet into the last chain 3 space. And from here you're going to make a chain of 1 and cut your yarn. Now we're going to go ahead and create straps. You can either make plain straps or you can make them a little bit thicker, but for me I'll do just a plain chain. If you want to make some more details on your straps, I'll be leaving a link to a tutorial that you can use. So you're going to attach your yarn in the middle stitch of the 3 single crochets that you just placed in the chain 2 space on top of our corners, and you're going to chain 1 and go into the same exact space with 1 single crochet, and then you're going to make a very long chain of about 200 to 250 chains. Alright guys, after creating your straps, this is what you're going to have. And now we're going to go to the bottom part of our top, and we create an edging so that we can kind of even out the bottom part of the top. So just turn your work upside down and make sure you're working on the right side of your work, and you're going to attach your yarn in the very first row here, and then you're going to make a chain of 3, and we're going to create scallops all the way along the base of the top. So you're going to go into the same exact space with a total of 3 double crochets, and then single crochet into the next row and single crochet into the next row, chain 3, double crochet 3 more times into the same exact space, single crochet into the next row, and single crochet into the next, just like that. So we're going to create these cute scallops at the base of our top. Chain 3, double crochet 3 more times into the same exact space, single crochet into the next space, and single crochet into the next space. So do that all the way across. All right, so we've come to the end of the row, and I'm placing a single crochet in this row and then a single crochet into the chain 3 space, and then you're going to make a chain of 1 and cut your yarn. Now you're going to go ahead and weave in all your tails using a darning needle, and then I'll show you how to lace up your top in order for it to be well fitted. All right, this is how your top will look like. And now we're going to lace it up at the back. You're going to create a crisscross, just like this. And then fold over the base of your top like this. And we're going to start lacing it up in these loops that are created while flattening the edges of the sides of the triangle. So we don't have to create loops individually because they're already created by the pattern. You start lacing it up in those loops, the chain 3 spaces on the edges of the panels. And continue to do that until you lace up the last space. So you can even go ahead and skip a few spaces if you wish. If you don't want the lace up to be very close, you can go ahead and keep skipping one space and then you lace up into the next. And that's it. You're going to tie a knot at the base of your top. And this is what the front of our top looks like. And let's see the final look of our project.